How'd you come up with the name Tenbar?
Actually, it came to me in a dream. I started writing this when I was 14, and I just was dreaming one night. I sometimes have very vivid adventure dreams, and Tenbar was in this dream, and how he looked and his name was in my dream, but his story wasn't. And I woke up and I was like, well, what is his story? And that's when I started to write it down. So yeah, it came to me in a dream, and I know a lot of times you have to like really think up stories and or cross out names until you come up with the perfect one, but it came to me.
Is that how you got the name of where he came from?
No, just once I come up with a name for a character and I know details about them, things just kind of fall into place. So he was Tenbar where? Well, Havla. Well, that sounds good. I'm going to keep writing it. Although sometimes when I'm coming up with names, I find a good place for inspiration is to look in old manuscripts and or history novels and things like that and say, okay, well that sounds good. I'm going to kind of maybe take that name but kind of twist it a little bit. So for instance, one of my characters comes from a far off land called Cairo, which is kind of a play on Cairo. So eventually this character that hopefully now he has a whole book series in my head that I'm working on, he'll come from a land that's dusty and filled with great treasures and things like that, kind of based off, ancient Egypt a little bit. So using inspiration from history is also how I come up with some of the names.
I saw that the cover art was drawn by a Jones.
Yes, yeah, my brother Nathan Donald Jones. Drawing, your idea sounds like it would be a really great thing for like a graphic novel, because that would be fun to visually show what's happening to your character. So there's some really cool books that combine the idea of having some comic book pages in with the prose. So that's something you might consider. I know comic books are fun.
I was really excited when they wrote because they've never written novels or comic books before, and to see the ideas, how they came out and their stories moved, it was really really exciting. And, he ends up with dinosaurs in his story. And so it's really, it took this left-hand turn that you don't expect. And so it was really fun and to see their love. Ariana's is based around something she loves, around her chickens. And so it's just really, it was exciting for me as their parent.
And you don't have to stop there. You pick it up the next school year, build on it, and keep building on it,
It doesn't ever
for fun.
stop.
And we didn't worry about grammar, or we tried to push a little punctuation because there would be whole paragraphs without a period. I wouldn't quite understand what I was reading, but as she went through the year, it was better.
Right.
And she was putting in her punctuation.
You have to write to write. Because if you don't do it, then you'll never get better. The more you practice, even if something you look at and you're like, oh, this isn't great, if you just put that thing that's not great aside and just leave it, it will never grow. But if you keep working on it, then you can take what you've made a year, 2 years, 3 years later and come back and say, oh, this is so much better. Look how much I've grown.
And you will cut it. You cut lots out too, right?
Yeah, I did a lot of editing. I did a first draft, and then some of it was a little incoherent and not consistent with what was going on narratively, but I just put it in there to be able to have the structure to get through. And then when I went back and did the second draft, I'm like, now I'm going to refine this. Now I'm going to make this make sense. Now I'm going to get rid of the plot holes. And that's the nice thing about writing a book as opposed to a TV show, which I have a lot of respect for people who write television shows, because it's hard to plan things out in advance and you don't remember what character 300 said 200 episodes ago. So with a book, it's nice to be able to go back and change all those things and fix it once you're done with your first creative output.
I think and give them more depth.
Yes.
Because if you have your outline of your story, like you said, you knew what you wanted to happen here and there, but
you can always
go back in character depth
and add. Yeah. Sometimes you will think of a plot that you're like, this is going to totally work, but it means I have to go back and change things here and here to make this happen, but ultimately it will be better.
The book also, as a homeschool mom, I think what it does is it brings together the knowledge that she's gained over the years, all history and music and poems and all of that. I thought it was very creative in that sense. And one of the things we used to do was to have a poetry breakfast where everybody had to, would bring different moms would bring. When it was at my house, I provided all the food, but if not, they would bring something to share, and then they'll all read poems, learn couplets, sing Queen, etc., etc.
Yeah, Mom really, really loves poetry.
Yeah, and these guys didn't like it, but she put it in her book.
I do like poetry, but I like prose better.
And I just thought it was
There are certain
amazing.
poems that I really enjoy, but learning the styles did help me to be able to, as my character's going through his story, write some poetry in there. Now, of course, my character is really, really good, so we can come up with this stuff on the spot. And particularly, if you're in a culture that encourages more verbal skills than written skills, you're going to be able to remember certain phrases and couplets and things that you can use the next time you have this poem. And I'm going to take this from this poem and add it here. Whereas I had to sit down and really work at it to make it all line up nicely.
Yeah. So I was really I was impressed. Very adventurous. I'm not an adventurous person, but I'm so glad to see that they can use their imagination. My other son used to say, we taped him, and then we will write it out, so we could tell that's not going to be a writer. But the other one, he was an artist, he enjoyed that, and then Esther, she just did that. So everybody had their own little area,
Yeah, I love reading, and one of the reasons I started writing stories was when I was really little, I went to Peter Pan, and I was so sad that everyone left Neverland at the end, and I wanted to continue the adventure. So I started writing a story in my head where they stayed in Neverland, and from there I started writing little stories in my head for a long time. And one of my friends said to me, you should write these down. So I dedicated the book to her because if she hadn't said that to me, maybe they would still be in my head.
Well, I'm glad you wrote them down.
Yeah, I'm glad
I'm glad you enjoyed them, and I hope that you will get a chance to enjoy
Just
the
to
book
show
too.
you the difference. How old are you?
11.
How old are you? 14. I'm 72. And I love books. Okay. So to live that long of a life and to see all the things that's in it was exciting for me. To go through it again with all that I gathered over that much time. So it's really special when someone your age and someone my age can love the same thing. It's just a special thing when you bring it together.
Yeah, and that's something what you said about experience. This book, like I said, it was inspired by different things in history. So as you're young, hopefully it will teach you something. And as you're older, you'll recognize in this book things that you've learned.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know about that. I know what it means.
Right.
So it's
Or you will
just a
stay
great-
forever young.
Yes, yes.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I know it was a small crowd, but we got to be really friendly with each other and get to know each other really well.
And thank you very much. Yeah.
The
We had
gracious host
many
has been
times.
so great in allowing us to use the space to have you come today.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought I spent a little money because it was
There's some really nice stuff here. It's really tasty.
hot chocolate.
I saw the menu online when I looked up the address, so I told the
Okay.
kids, I said, don't eat your dessert yet.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and get something to eat, and then you can, if you want to buy the books, I can sign them for you, and it's anything you want. And actually, they are selling the book here through the Reader's Cafe. You can get it online, and it's also available in the Adams County Library system. You can borrow it from the library that way. So, if you want to read it, and maybe if you're not ready to spend money on it yet, you can go borrow it from the library.
I sit for a mom who has 2 younger children, but she has written ghost stories about this area and has illustrated the book as well. So I've been kind of part of that process, and it's right at that stage where it now needs to go to print.
Oh, wow.
But I understand the process, so it's kind of exciting to know that, you know, there are people around, and those are the children I was reading it to.
Oh, okay.
You know, so they were just having a lot of fun with it.
You know, when my children were younger, I told them about the different planets, and we got to Jupiter. And that night, they literally got all the backpacks ready. They were going to Jupiter, and they have never stopped talking about Jupiter after that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm actually, my brother and I, at some point, we want to make a children's storybook about the characters we came up with when we were kids, turning it into more of an actual story format, because we just had like adventures, like, okay, now we're going to do this, now we're going to do that. But it's going to be a sci-fi adventure story, and we came up with some illustrations already, and we want it to be a beautiful book where you can sit on the floor and leaf through it and understand it even if you can't read. So hopefully someday in the future you'll see that from us.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. They put the backpack on that night, and they were going to Jupiter.
That's how you get there.
They were so fascinated by this planet, you know? And we just like parents, you're just like, okay, well, you know,
Here's some lunch.
yeah, go, come back and let me know what's happening. And they found all these great adventures in Jupiter, you know?
Yeah.
So you guys can continue to have your adventure as well.
Ariana's really more magic kind of.
Okay,
Magic.
fantasy.
Fantasy, magic.
Yeah, I tend to go more on the sci-fi side. So, I mean, I really love sci-fi. It's what I read a lot of when I was younger. When I do fantasy, it's more like the comic book superhero stuff. That's what I tend to do with my fantasy.